Hello everyone. Today I will explain about diabetes mellitus management, and today date is 13th June 2020. I will explain something about diabetes mellitus management. This is for educational purposes and for students, medical students especially. Coming to the topic diabetes mellitus management, there are two types of diabetes mellitus, type 1 and type 2, and another one is the gestational diabetes mellitus. So type 1 diabetes mellitus, how how type 1 diabetes mellitus patients get treatment or management but through only the insulin replacement. And for type 2 diabetes mellitus, oral agents, and gestational diabetes mellitus, insulin replacement. If nutrition therapy and exercise alone, it fails. So injectables, first one, insulin preparations, and next one is amylin analogs and the GLP-1 analogs. There are three types of injectables. So first one is insulin preparation, next one is amylin analogs, and the third one is GLP-1 analogs. So in these insulin preparations, first one is rapid acting. Rapid acting acts for 1 hour only peak. These are Lispro, Aspart, and Glulisine. Lispro, Aspart, and Glulisine. These are only three preparations for the rapid acting one. It acts for only 1 hour. It comes peak level. So shortcut you can remember as LAG, Lispro, Aspart, and Glulisine. Next one is short acting. It is a regular type of we use daily regularly, and it acts for 2 to 3 hours. Peak onset will come. And intermediate acting is NPH. What is NPH? Neutral proton hydrodrome. It acts for about 10 to 4 hours. Peak onset. And next one is long acting. Long acting means no real peak. They act for prolonged period. Those are Detimer and Glargine. I repeat, insulin preparations are four types of acting. Depending upon acting onset, they are classified as rapid acting, short acting, intermediate acting, and long acting. Rapid acting are Lispro, Aspart, and Glulisine. Short acting are regular. They act for about 2 to 3 hours. Peak onset will come. And intermediate acting NPH. Long acting is Detimer and Glargine. Next one is amylin analogs. In this, pramlintide is the only preparation injectables. Next one is GLP-1 analogs. In this, exenatide and liraglutide are the preparations. So, what is the insulin preparation's mechanism of action? It binds the insulin receptors like tyrosine kinase activity. And so, what is the action on liver? Liver, it increases glucose stored as glycogen, and in muscle it increases the glycogen and protein synthesis. In liver, glucose increases stored as glycogen. In muscle, increase in glycogen and protein synthesis. In fat, what about the fat? Increase in triglyceride storage. And action on cell membrane is increase in potassium ion uptake. So I repeat the mechanism of action. It binds the insulin receptor on tyrosine kinase activity, and on liver it increases glucose stored as glycogen. In muscle, increases glycogen and protein synthesis, and in fat, increase in triglyceride storage, and on a cell membrane, increase in potassium ion uptake. So amylin analogs mechanism of action is increases satiety, means person feels so much uh, eager to eat, and hungerness increases. So next one is decrease glucagon release and decrease in gastric emptying. These are the amylin analogs. I repeat, increase in satiety, decrease in glucagon release, and decrease in gastric emptying. So, next mechanism of action of GLP-1 analogs are decrease in glucagon release, decrease in gastric emptying, and increase glucose dependent insulin release. I repeat, decrease in glucagon release, decrease gastric emptying, and increase glucose dependent insulin release. So, what are the adverse effects of insulin preparations? Adverse effects are hypoglycemia, lipodystrophy, hypersensitivity reactions, and weight gain. So, what are the, I repeat, hypoglycemia, lipodystrophy, hypersensitivity reactions, and weight gain. So, these are the adverse effects of insulin preparations. Coming to amylin analogs, side effects or adverse effects are hypoglycemia and nausea. I repeat, hypoglycemia and nausea are the side effects of amylin analogs. So what about GLP-1 analogs? Here comes nausea, vomiting, pancreatitis, promotes weight loss and increasing satiety. These are the side effects of GLP-1 analogs. So coming to next one is oral drugs. Oral drugs are three types. First one is biguanides. Biguanides are we regularly take as metformin. Mechanism of action is it inhibits the hepatic gluconeogenesis and action of glucagon. So repeat, what is the action of metformin? It inhibits the hepatic gluconeogenesis and increases action of glucagon by inhibiting MGPD and increases the glycolysis peripheral glucose uptake. So I repeat. So what are the oral drugs? Oral drugs are biguanides. Biguanides like metformin we regularly use. So what is the mechanism of action? Inhibit the hepatic gluconeogenesis and increases and it inhibits the hepatic gluconeogenesis and action of glucagon. It inhibits the hepatic gluconeogenesis and action of glucagon by inhibiting MGPD. Increases glycolysis and peripheral glucose uptake. So sulfonylureas, next one is in this sulfonylureas, first generation, second generations are two types of generations. First generation are chloropropamide, tolbutamide and tolbutamide, and next second generation is glimepiride, glipizide, and glipiride. I repeat, first generation is chloropropamide and tolbutamide. Second generation is glimepiride, glipizide, and glipiride. So, what is the mechanism of action? Close potassium channel in pancreatic beta cell membrane that leads to cell repolarizes and ultimately leads to insulin release via increase in calcium influx. So I repeat the mechanism of action. They close the potassium channel in pancreatic beta cell membrane that ultimately leads to cell depolarization that ultimately leads to insulin release via increases the calcium influx. So action adverse effects of biguanides are GA uptake, GA upset, lactic acidosis, B12 deficiency, and promote the weight loss. Adverse effects are GA upset and lactic acidosis, B12 deficiency, and promote the weight loss. Side effects of sulfonylureas are hypoglycemia. First generations are disulfiram-like reactions, and second generations are hypoglycemia. First generation is disulfiram-like reactions, and second generation is hypoglycemia. So last one is the miglutinide. Miglutinide, two types are there. Two drugs are there: metaglenide and repaglenide. This is the insulin whole topic, diabetes mellitus management. So I have covered something about diabetes mellitus management. Please subscribe and like this video. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. Bye.